Hello, everybody. While I'm sitting at my computer, I thought I would answer some frequently asked questions that I've been getting about my Etsy listing automation. So let's dive in and just answer them so that you've got all the answers and you can make the best decision for you. So the first question that I keep getting is, do I need to pay for extra tools? And the answer is not really. Once you have make.com for your automation and you also have the OpenAI set up, then no, because everything else runs with a free account like Google Sheets and Google Drive, plus your Etsy store. So that's all that you need to be paying for. The next question I've got a lot is, can I list multiple digital files? So the answer is, you can only put one link into the download instructions automatically. So if they're all going to be saved somewhere, then yeah, you can, like if you have lots of files that you're putting into a folder, then you would just use that folder link as your product link. If you were using like Canva templates and you had multiple different sizes, but you weren't having those different sizes in the one design, which is now one of their options, then that would make it a bit harder. The other option is that you can run the automation that automatically creates the download instructions and then just open up that download instructions page and add any additional links in there before it goes to Etsy. So that's another option as well. But at the moment, the automation itself only works with one link. It doesn't matter what type of link it is. So it could be to a Google Drive, it could be to a Dropbox, it could be a template link for Canva. As long as you've got a link that helps your customer to access something, that's all you need to use. Okay. I had another question about, how do the mock-up images get added? So you can manually copy the files from Google Drive. So you can just throw them into a folder, get the share link and paste that into the sheet. Or I also have an automation that I included as a bonus, where you can just drag in all of your mock-up images, as long as they have your product code on them, and I show exactly how to do that, then it'll automatically update those beside that product in your product plan. So it'll automatically apply them to the right listing. We have had one person who can't get that little bonus one to work, where you drop in the thumbnails into a folder and it automatically attaches them. Everyone else it works for, just one person it just doesn't seem to want to work for. So that's a strange one. Not sure how to sort that one, but hopefully we'll get there. I had another question about, what if I want to update my listing later? So once the automation sends the information across to Etsy, then you would need to go into Etsy if you wanted to make any edits to that product. However, if you left the product in the product plan, once it's gone to Etsy, if you needed to create a new download instructions page for it, you could easily do that. You could just update the link, take out the existing download instructions that it has created for you, and just run that part of the automation again, and it would create that for you, and you just open that up, download it, and put that into Etsy as your digital product file. So it depends what the update is that you need to do. So if you just needed to update some details on listing in the title and the description or the keywords or something, you would just go onto Etsy to do that. Can I choose which listings to automate? Yes. So on the actual Google sheet that you get, which is sort of like your control center, so it's a product plan, but you've got tabs, or shouldn't you say tabs? You've got drop-down menus that you can choose what gets processed for what stage. So if you only wanted to create a download instruction page, you just select that. If you wanted to just create the titles, descriptions, and tags for listing, you just do that. So it all depends, what it is that you're wanting to do Is there any support? Yes, whenever you buy from me, there's always going to be support. So I do have a Facebook group that I started specifically for anyone that buys any automations. So you can always ask for help in there. And you can always reach out to me by email as well. So if you ever get stuck on anything, just reach out. So I always try to make sure that I put in as much detailed training into the learning portal as I possibly can. So there are step-by-step videos and troubleshooting and anything that I come across that I think will help you guys, I always put it in there. So I'm a bit of an oversharer like that. So that's all the questions that I had though. So I'm hoping that this has answered all the questions that you guys might be sitting on. But if you do have any other questions for me about the automation tool, just let me know. I will quickly just pull up the learning portal. I just want to quickly show you. Okay, so I've just opened up the learning portal so you can see exactly what's included. So basically there's a link here to the Facebook community so that you can join. You can shoot me an email anytime, my details are here. Then there's a section here called Getting Started. This does all of the prep work. So you can see here, it's quite detailed. It's got all the templates in there to get started. And then as we go through, it goes through each of the automations individually, just explaining how it works and then giving you the template to actually do that and set that up. So you go through each of them. We've also got the bonus one here, which is adding the mock-up images, then getting it all working. So anything that I've come across, that you might need help with is in there. If you want to do any custom edits to the AI data, that is in there as well. And also any troubleshooting. And I also have understanding the basics of Make in there as well, just so you've got that training, just if you need to create some automations for yourself. So as I said, I am quite detailed when it comes to the training. So if you do get stuck on anything, just sing out. I'm always around to help you. Anyway, that's the end of the Q&A. I hope that this has been helpful. If you do have any questions though, just let me know. Bye for now.